Good matchup. round.
This game is all about taking advantage of opportunities, and that's exactly what they're going to do here. Batting first, Albert Pujols. This line. That kind of movement on his curve makes for a long game.
He's so close. I swung at the right time. That's all I can do.
Something else. That was a good thing.
In there. And everybody moves up because they threw it all the way home.
RBI chances are few and far between sometimes, but he makes the most of it.
It was just a single up the middle, it looked like. But then they threw it home and everybody moved up. No double plays. Reggie Sanders batting .371. One out. Second and third. One run in.
A simple game, good pitchers have to throw strikes.
Whoa, yeah, that's a gapper there. 2 runs. 2-run double.
I'm the piece of hay here, folks, knocking the runner home. Batting safe, Mark Quinn. Outside, above the left. Well, you know, Quinn has 3 home runs this month. Lately, he's knocking everything out of the park. Ground ball up the middle.
Wow, look at that.
Can't make the play.
That should have scored the run, though. Jeez. It basically went to second base and then it just kind of died. Somebody dove at it and missed. That should have scored the run. Wow. There's another run.
Yeah, that was a great job of picking up the runner there. This level, you got to find a way to get the runners home.
First inning, and I'm up 4-0, 1 out. Runners at first and second.
Get through the infield scores at least one, Tim.
Haven't started a game like this for a while, if ever.
1 ball and no strikes.
Just explode right out of the first inning.
Change up. Goes with the off-speed pitch. And it's tough on the hitter when the pitcher gets it out like this. And he's gone. Nice pitch there, Tim. Right where he wanted it.
Watch them say that he strikes out the side. Meanwhile, giving up 4 runs. Yeah, it's 2 strikeouts now. Everything else is hits. And my 9th batter comes to the plate. Oh, he might knock him in. Yeah, he's hitting well now.
He lays off the fastball. Goes with the heat. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I always thought this pitcher would be the easiest to hit off of, because that's my other team that I'm playing against. And that's the thing. I know their weaknesses.
Let's take another look.
I am the Cardinals, and I'm playing the Rockies. I like the Rockies and the Cardinals, so I play seasons for like both teams.
Now he keeps Harlan Anderson. He's 1 for 1. Control is what pitching's all about. Nice job there.
Anderson's second time to the plate in this same inning.
From the strike.
Boy, he crushed that one.
Oh, and off the plate. Anderson has driven 22 runs so far this season. This guy's an RBI machine. Pitchers cannot afford any mistakes. He looks and delivers. The cross seam.
Ah,
This strike 3. The hitter was
it strikes out.
After a half an inning, the Cardinals 4, the Rockies coming up next. Took a while, but they finally got out of the inning. Now let's take a look at the defense. In left field, Harry Robinson. Center fielder, Jim Edmonds. In right field, Reggie Sanders. Playing
Walker's back
And the number
from
8
retirement.
Damon Jones. Rounding out the lineup, Charles Johnson. Leading things off, Matt Cotton. And he delivered. 1-0. Swings and misses. K-Dub sports a 244 average this season. An unremarkable year at the plate so far. Keep your speeds on. Inside off the plate. He got it. Good pitch. That's his 16th strikeout of the season. Batting second, and he can't speed. You know, Castillo is hitting 250 this month. But his season average is well north of that. They expect better things from him. Pitcher smothers it. Homer in time. Hitter couldn't do what he wanted. The pitcher goes down wide. Here it comes. Hard liner in the right. Sanders smothers. Boy, that's worth another look. Looks like they never expected that pitch because you can see right here that he jumped all over. Before, Weston Wilson has driven in 5 runners with 1 to bet. Swing and a miss. Yeah, that pitch had great move. Miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. And here's the pitch. Line shot toward second base. He catches up to it and makes the catch. And here it is again. They leave 1. After 1 inning, St. Louis 4, Colorado nothing. So they can't get a runner home in the finish this game without getting hurt. On that, it will be the wheel. The Rockies are going for the bullpen. Now pitching Lee Reed. He has 1 save on the year. Well, in left field. Routine play. Nice play by the left fielder. Reacted as soon as it came off the bat and rolled it for the out. Yeah, David, pitcher 1 man. Over 1 so far. He should get a pitch in here. Ball 1. Monday. Humboldt has 8 negatives on the year. There's not a stadium he can't get him out of. His changeup is his fastball at 5 miles an hour. grounded. Staying back to center field. And an old manager told me this game is pretty simple. Just see where they ain't. That's what he did. Next up, for the Cardinals, Whitney Stanley. He's 1 for 1. Line left. Foul.
Yeah.
That's the right side of middle of the edges. This guy cranked a double last year. Hit well to center field.
There we go.
Center field is out. Excellent piece of hitting here. Defense didn't have a chance to make a play. Batting man, Mark Quinn. Quinn has 21 RBI this year. Just a guy that always seems to come up with a timely drive when his team needs it most. On the corner for a strike. Got a good pitch to hit last time. The problem, a little more cautious with it. Ground ball is short. He comes up with it. They run him away. As Eagle fans spend after 1.5 minutes.
That's close.
Cardinals 4, Rockies 0. The pitcher had to battle a little harder than he would have liked. On deck, Trace Richard. Here's a number 1. Richard getting only 171 in the month of May. He's just in a funk right now. He can't shake the cobwebs loose. Here's the thing. 4-seam feet. Wind up in the pit. Line into center field.
No. These errors.
They started to tackle it. The center fielder bailed him out with the air. Next up, Larry Walker. Walker has 9 home runs on the season. No balls in 1 strike. Pitcher looks, he delivers. Line right. Foul. Foul ball. Let's see if the hitter can stay alive here. This guy has struggled with blowing away pitches. They'd be wise to attack him. Routine fly ball hits the right. And running time. He's in there. Sorry for all the battle they've got. This is going to take a routine play. Edwards has 11 runs batted so far this year. Well, if they sit here, and that could possibly happen. So, runner scores on a wild pitch or pass ball, you got to be careful. He delivered. Jones is hitting 320 for the month of May. Ground ball to first base. No balls, two strikes. From the stretch, he delivered. Line to the right. Full ball, just catching up. A man left. After 2 minutes, the Cardinals 4, Rockies nothing. Up next for the Cardinals, Gary Robinson. He's 1 for 1. Hard second. Looked right at this guy last time. He heard from the RBI single. You got to be more careful here. Into the windup. Here's the pitch. Right to. Now this one, Dave. Robinson is hitting 293 so far this year. The windup and the pitch. Down and in. 1 and 2. Here's the windup and the pitch. They got it. Oh, let's watch that one again. Up next is Scott Rowland. Scott. And the windup and the pitch. And the pitcher Logan is first at bat. Let's see if he can turn the table. Pull the spray. Logan can pilot just about any fastball in his wheelhouse. If I can see one here. Here's the pitch. That one almost hit him, but I don't think the batter is happy. On the ground. Wilson scoops it. And the infielder didn't get the bounce he was looking for, and the runner hustled down the line for a hit. Now batting Mike Matheny. Matheny has driven 12 runs on the season. He's an RBI man so far. Let's see if he can add to his total. You can see this guy's susceptible to DI pitches, so look for a steady diet over here. The pitcher looks and delivers. Can't connect. No balls and 2 strikes. And he hits it. Oh, that was close. He thought he had a pitch to drive, and he screened it back. Batting center is Marlon Anderson. He's 1 for 2. You know, Anderson has 9 home runs so far this year. The manager goes with the pitching hand. On in relief, Ryan Whitman. Manager has seen enough to make the change. Only time will tell if it's the right move. Grounded to the right side. Hamilton can't come up with it. Here's one more look at that play. Nice swing here. He stays even to the ball and knocks to the right for the single. Next up, for the Cardinals, Edgar Renteria. He's 1 for 2. Dave Deuce. Fuentes has one save on the year. Brown. Wilson smothers it. He's 5 things.
Nice slide.
That play deserves another look. Nice smooth swing here, trying to get the runner and getting a run for the team. Hitting next is Albert Pujols. Check out these numbers. Pujols is sitting 381 on the season. He's among the league leaders, looking to even rise higher here. High fly ball, deep for seven. Damn, Wilson settles under it and makes the catch. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. After 2.5 innings of play, the Cardinals are up by 1. Hitting there, Charles Johnson. Johnson is hitting 294 this month. Charles Johnson. Got ground ball hit to the left side. Now. Kept his body in front of the ball, so it enough to make a nice throw. They say baseball is a game of handling defeat. That figure now has a game. Into the windup, here's the pitch. Hot fly, lifted into left center field. He makes the catch. Now hitting, and he catches speed. The pitch is running. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Five three. Wow, I hope that his family's not this man. That was ugly. Not much resistance there. And at the end of 3, the Rockies are down by 1. Maybe they get the big innings if you go a bit more aggressive. Up to bat is Edmonds. Edmonds is hitting 333 in the month of May. He's hitting everything lately, unlike last month where his numbers were down. In there, first line. They might be wise to move around this guy a little bit. He was more of a single last night. The delivery. No balls, 2 strikes. Punches him out. Oh, nice pitch. And that's the 25th battery span this year. We'll take another peek at that play. I don't think they ever saw this pitch. One thing's for sure, it's too late now. That's the play you can let me Sanders. He's 2 for 2. Sanders sitting 380 so far this season. He's one of the best hitters in the league this year. Let's see what he can do here. And he's been setting the world on fire. Let's see if he can keep it up. Pulling inside. He can't connect. He's ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitcher's count here. He caught him on it. He's out to there, throwing it by him with me. Take another look at that. Pretty good pitch selection there. The hitter couldn't do a thing with it.
Yeah, that was great.
You can see in this replay that they are never expected it to be where it was. So they go quiet. After 3.5 innings, the Cardinals 5, the Rockies nothing. Up next, Todd Helton. Todd Helton. Nothing like enjoying a night at the park after a long day of work. Yep, let those kids stay up late. They'll love this one. And how hard it will play. Helton has 8 hitters this season. He can hit it out in a hurry, and everyone on the field knows it.
No, I threw it to second, you stupid idiot.
Here it is again. Watch how he tactics this ball. That's an excellent piece of hitting. Two up for the Rockies. Preston Wilson. He's over 1. He looks and delivers. But late. I know he didn't get a base hit last night. He did hit the ball well, but Sandy has to get better luck. Way on the front. Wilson is batting .276 this season. So far, a solid season. Renteria Thompson. There for the put away. Two up for the Rockies. 3 strikes. Routine ground ball. Hooked up by the first baseman.
No.
Play. Visa. Nice piece of hitting, knocking the runner across. At the plate, Larry Walker. Walker has 21 RBI this season. Watch out, this guy didn't let many RBI opportunities get away. The runner at first. Fly ball, crushed in the right center field. Running safe. You can't count on your center fielder, but you're in big time trouble. You're right, Dave, but you can only learn and move on now. Next up for the Rockies, Ryan Nichols. The pitch. It's hard in the shortstop. Renteria doesn't
Kidding.
and the smothered it. Your shortstop is usually your most reliable fielder without the case there. Next up, Daniel Jones. That's right. Jones has 13 RBIs so far this season. He gets a bit to hit one more of the driver. 2 hits, 3 errors. And before inning, the Cardinals won and the Rockies won. This team can't afford to nickel and dime their opponents. 84 runs. Now batting, Gary Robinson. Line hard to left. He fields it in. It's time for this day in baseball history. Go ahead. Okay, Mr. Scully. On this date, May 11th, 1972, the Giants traded Willie Mays to the Mets for Charlie Williams and cash. Mays played in just 155 more games before retiring from baseball. Line drive. Walker, Tompkins. At the oldest axiom is good pitching beats good hitting. Somebody forgot to tell this guy. Now, Mike Matheny. He's 1 for 2.
Hope there's no weed co-ops here. Oh. And for my supporters, there are many. There are many. So somebody came in with a number of bullies, and they were organized, quite organized. Got a sting operation at my door. 20 guns of Mill Creek Township police officers. Really? Come on. It's just... You realize, even if I never do anything, which I do not, except I smoke weed, which them even knowing that I have a mental health disorder, This stuff is bought from dispensaries where I can legally buy it. And to bring it here, I mean, it's such a low offense that and it helps me to think with better clarity with certain things. And some people call it the devil's lettuce and all that. Like, that has not been my experience. Jeez.
isn't wrong. Having a bad game so far, but they need to make some good contact this time. Here it comes. How does he? Hard trying. One ball, two strikes. The deuce. Two balls and two strikes. Gets it not wondering. That's his eighth strikeout this year. Next for the Cardinals. And Edmonds.
Yeah, there you are. I knew you would come on eventually. I know that we probably don't have too long. I was playing baseball, but I will keep that game paused. And it seems like it's been so long. But thank you for the message. You are just wonderful at communicating. Like, because you know how I get, and yeah, I get really panicky. Um, but yeah, I was like, you are home, so I'm sure you'll go to your room eventually. But yeah, you keep it safe there. Um, that's really important. Um, oh goodness, yesterday was an adventure. Oh, but that's the thing. Like, because I know you want to get people's attention over here. You know, but what happened anyway? I started talking about you immediately, um, and then they're asking me about my sister. Oh gosh, is there anyone in there with you? I'm like, no. Why? I'm like, is there someone in my house? Like, because I'm like, what's going on, guys? Like, they said, don't look to your right. Like move left. Keep your eyes left. I'm like, is there somebody behind me? Like, I mean, because that's the thing. I knew I hadn't done anything, and so to them, I acted funny because I get assumptive quickly or something, like, and I'm like, I do not understand. But yeah, as far as here locally, I mean, you are coming, so like, Um, I mean, I'm saying I might be getting somewhere, is what I'm saying, like here. It was such a grand moment that I was like, oh, this is it. I am innocent, but I'm going to get to basically stand on some podium and announce my love for you. And that being the reason why I'm in this situation. Like, that somebody, I haven't done anything at all, but I don't know. It'll come. Who would have ever thought this? And I knew that, eh, part of the plan that I would have to be very public. You remember me talking about that before any of this even happened. We didn't even trace the possibility of this yet. It was I was speaking of things, before they happened, and I've experienced so much of that with you. Um, I used to be kind of random with it. I knew I had a gifting of like being filled with the Holy Spirit and knowing things. Um, but now it's in a pattern and it's associated with like you know I didn't realize that they were able to comment when I thought that other um, like what I was doing on my phone. I thought I was shutting down the chat, and I wasn't. I hope those messages weren't horrible because my change would not affect yours. Um, Me doing that on my phone hide chat, I thought there was no chat. Like, but there's no way to even do that on the phone that I know of. Yeah, that was a little. I hope it wasn't too bad because I told you what your stepdad did. Like what he wrote to me, I couldn't even read it. Um, I'm afraid that I would have like a panic attack or something. I just read a tiny bit of it, and I'm just like, no, I can't. I can't read this. Delete. I just really think it's hurtful the way people act. But anyway, I'm coming. And when I was being handcuffed, that's all that was running through my mind was my trip. I just kept talking about you and about how I've been live streaming and how it's the only way. And the officer that I gave my report to today, which they weren't even going to ask me for because it's going to be a person cannot be tracked down. It was in a message board, but maybe, just maybe, you never know. Pray about it. Angels deliver them to like the evidence. Maybe trace their IP number or something. Get a location. and I really thought I saw one in a Facebook friend request that I think kind of investigating that. Well, I am rattled, but I am okay. Not in any kind of trouble at all. Quite the contrary. The Mill Creek Police Department. I'm trying to work with them. See if we can figure out who called this on me. Oh, it felt like betrayal for their guns to be on me. I'm like, my gosh, like, what do you think that I did? I take that risk because there are two in the room now, along with Sydney and I. Their numbers go very high because it's a number of people working together, I believe. Okay, so I'm gonna watch this funny cat compilation. So I won't be able to see if you move the like button, but oh no, I will. Never mind. I'm gonna put it on the TV. I do kind of like to be on the TV, watching on the TV because I can have you knowing that you can see me. All right, YouTube. It's kind of funny. Like there's all these things going on our channel at the same time. Yeah, I gotta see this cat. Okay.
What? Judging by the slurring, he must have been to the pub. The owner of Vespers has asked if it's happy to be filmed.
Now.
I'll take that as a no then. And here comes another chatty cat. Hello. 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 Hi. Yes, hello. 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 Yes. Oh, right then. And it's not just their language skills they're keen to show off. Some monkeys have even more outstanding talents.
I think sometimes when we see cats doing things that we do, it makes us go, oh, because they're doing human things. The thing is, they're not doing human actions. They're doing things they shouldn't be doing, which means that they're learning and growing and assimilating. They're just going to destroy us all. Our cat masters. They like to use guns with
The cat comedian. He's
Well,
great.
thankfully, they haven't learned to use guns yet, but they have learned plenty of other things. Sit. Fall. Down. Down. Roll over.
Oh.
Roll over. Very impressive. There you go. The owner of this cat has spent years teaching his pet how to play Jenga. Wow. Good job. It's my turn. Now you pick one.
Wow. Jenga cat. Oh my gosh.
He'd rather be on his PlayStation.
It was a sort of an intermediate Jenga player at best, I would say. I mean, the block, yes, impressive, but please put it back on top of the Jenga pile, or it simply doesn't count.
This kitty is a keen footballer. And they're even having it large on the decks. Although the younger generation of Catboy Slims need a bit more practice. And here's another musical monkey who's something of a meowstro. Oh, I'm sorry. Yup, this kitten on the keys is Nora, whose prowess on the piano has not only earned her 6 million views on YouTube and celebrity fans, but even a place in musical history. No, really. Nora's owner is Betsy Alexander, a piano teacher. And yes, she is from the US of America, but no, she's not daft enough to try to teach piano to a cat.
Cats learn by copying behavior. We were upstairs. We heard these repeated notes down here. We came down the stairs, and there's Nora seated on the bench. Perfect posture. Hands on the keys. That day on, she just played every day.
Betsy had never even heard of YouTube when her students encouraged her to video Nora and share her moggy melodies with the rest of us.
Wow. That is something. Piano cat.
But when the clip went viral, Betsy found she had a world-famous pianist in her cat basket, one who even caught the eye of a classical composer 4,000 miles away in Lithuania. Mindaugas Pichaitis. We'll call him Mindy for short.
I was so surprised that it's not just one tone or two, but there was lots of tones, and some kind of melody.
In fact, Mindy was so impressed with Nora that he decided to compose an entire concerto based on the video.
I decided to write down every note she played to find out how can we create some line, some melody, some kind of musical piece.
Concerto had its world premiere in 2009 with Nora, well, the video of Nora, center stage. You know what? I reckon for a piece of contemporary classical music, featuring a cat playing the piano on video, this ain't too bad at all. The audience certainly liked it, and the concerto has even made it into the Guinness Book of Records, a record I think isn't going to be broken anytime soon. Now, from copycat to glamourpuss, our feline friends have taken over the English language, but we're now going to find out just why one of the best-known cat-related phrases came into existence.
I think scaredy cat comes from two things. One is the initial startle position that cats adopt when they're surprised, and then the fact that they can run.
And here are some real-life scaredy cats. They're freaking out about everything from flip flops.
Afraid of the flip flop. Oh my god. The balloon's understandable. Cat the balloon.
Metronomes.
The cat twitches every time it ticks.
Kittens. But if there's one thing that gives these scaredy cats sleepless nights, it's the dun dun dun. Toaster. Toaster? Wow.
Toasters.
Yeah,
Mine
but
never
the cat's
minded
surprised there's no
toaster.
toasters coming out, and then it gets scared. Hilarious, right? No, wrong. The cat knows exactly what's happening. And as for that backflip stuff, well rehearsed.
Really?
Are you ready to help you customize and save $652 each?
I like doing it this way.
Your person is currently sitting in his room. And he is thinking of you while closing his eyes. He can see you with his closed eyes. Your person is feeling you near.
I'll turn it up a little bit.
He wants to give you lots of love by taking you in his arms.
Sarah. Later.
Your person is saying that he will never let you go away from him. Because he knows that he cannot live without you.
I hope you can hear it.
He has taken you into his heart. He will soon make you his own. Now this is his dream.
One day I will tell my story. How I overcame what I went through. I don't know about that I won't cry about it when I remember. Ever. I will smile what I learn. I will see how strong I am. I'll be the motivation for someone else. That one day you will tell your story. And it will be someone else's survival guide. Oh boy. Yeah. That last, yeah. Because we're going to help a lot of people. Help them walk an easier path than ours has been. But what a story we will have to tell.
With Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars. But some monkeys are trying.
Thank you for cheering me up. You could see that I needed a little cheering up. I was tired and groggy and kind of mad that I had to go into work at 8 a.m. instead of 5 a.m. Being like some of the last people out of the building kind of sucked, but I wanted to get all my hours in because I worked some overtime this week. The first half of the week was so hectic. Yeah, it was very hectic. Goals of the weekend, I have to cut Justin's. I have to do that test and the phone call, the credit counseling, and get that certificate just in the nick of time before bankruptcy, which is next week. Oh gosh. It'll be nice to have this all over in a way. Which I have to contact them that I have very recent bills that aren't going to be processed in time. And it did. Well, it would if I wasn't going through bankruptcy. Hurt me financially that I had to have a hospital visit that was against my will. Because then the doctor had to sign off on the prank, basically. So I had to be seen down there so that they could cancel it. That I'm not that kind of person. And to be around me for I talked everybody's ears off. It's not something a criminal. Babe, I just tell our story. I go around continuously telling our story. I can't help it. It just like bubbles up inside me, and You are good at what you do. You know that? You are very good at what you do. You said about being sneaky. Where you had to conduct yourself, you know, that was pretty good. That was pretty impressive, you know. Now, good at communicating. You're a genius. Yeah, so like, but yeah, I meant like, to have me on your mind continuously, and then just yeah, you see, because any kind of separation now, um, we are both having struggles. You know, at this point, really going through our lives without physically being in each other's presence, but that'll change soon. Yeah. I hope you stay up a while. Because it is a weekend. Expected everybody to kind of sleep in a little more, you know. Yeah. I just really have to call that one lady back about our story and where our story leads from yesterday, and what an adventure and another thing to um, add to this, just, you know, fairy tale story. It really is. A fairy tale story does not mean there's not a struggle. It certainly does not. There is always a struggle in a fairy tale, and we are a real life fairy tale story. And um, yeah, there's no adventure without a struggle, a dialogue, and the protagonist, the antagonist, you know. Sometimes it's hard to understand why people want to hurt good people. The handcuffs hurt yesterday. Never been cuffed. All right, let's see. I'm going to check the message board. Yeah, yeah. I see your message there about reading in bed. Yeah, like my whole life kind of like goes on pause when I'm like, where you're at, I just continuously like reload the page, and that's the thing. It's always on the assumption none of us, it would like neither of us ever drop the ball on being completely vigilant at all times of each other. Yeah, it's like I said, the 20 Snapchat calls when I maybe Sydney rolled onto the keyboard and bumped the button on the laptop and ended the call. And I was on that Seroquel, just really zonked out. 20 attempts, and when I picked it up, I was not angry at all that you woke me up for that. Like, it was expected. And it's like the synchronicity that we have. I don't even know if it's really possible to irritate the other person. I even mix up the yous and me's. You see me starting to really actually struggle to I mean, it's almost like I get us mixed up, and that's almost hard to even describe, really. Yeah, that is serious depth. I say too, when you were pretty much awake and looking into each other's eyes for 2 weeks straight with almost no sleep, you're not going to be the same after. And you're going to have a lot of inexplicable things happen. It does something to us, I think there's something to our eyes being the same exact color too. Really notice that. It's a little striking. And it's like, the closer I look too, the more I recognize it to be like my own eyes. I just, I'm blown away, and it's made me a bit crazy. It's a good reason to be crazy. Oh, dreamed about you my whole life. Like, it's like I said, Now, when I talk about little JJ, I'm talking about, because I did get that nickname very early, but I'm talking about the little JJ that used to run off and fantasize in the woods about everything, anything, and just kind of lived in my own imagination and all the things that I ever dreamt of doing. You have the same. It's just, it blows my mind. Check didn't show up yet. A little surprised by that. It's taken its good, sweet old time. But the bank has, they have hours tomorrow. So, yeah, because that's the thing. It's a handwritten check, and it's going to have to clear. I don't know if my parents have the same bank or not. Yeah, been having some encounters with God, and so the phone call to my parents was largely talking about that, which sparked the debate versus Catholicism there, and you know how that is. Gosh. You, for some reason, have really brought that debate into, and the reason why actually is the escalation of the encounters that I've had with God have been tremendously increased when you came along, and he's just so stubborn, and he's the one that like brings it up pretty much. I really don't. And he accused me of belittling him. Me? It's not really. It is not in me to belittle somebody. I can't belittle a child. Like, one times they don't listen, they kind of do run roughshod. They love me, but they run me into the ground. So I'm gonna have to. I told you it's gonna take some work. Okay, like it definitely will. I'm a little naive. Caution to think that I am the age that I am is hard to fathom. My position in life with you, I feel like a young man and his girlfriend, kind of just starting out as adults. That's what I feel like. I think we both look young. It's just, yeah. And you are pretty and beautiful, by the way. I'm like, well, she's both. Like, yeah, so homage to that one video. Shout out to that video. This is pretty great with absolutely no distractions. I am sorry to those people though, which I think those good followers of mine. I believe you're here. I just kind of know the nature of, yeah. And I apologize that there is no chat. And there is never going to be again because I was at 20 gunpoint yesterday. That was a little unnerving, but I am present and doing good. So. I suppose I should talk to the neighbors at some point. But, I believe they, I don't know. I believe they think I'm weird. Very much so. And I just kind of keep my head down. Mind my own business. And you know what? I bet I won't be so weird when you're here, you know. I talk to you all the time, no matter what, anyway. You know that. Nothing's going to stop us from that. Because that connection never breaks. But then we do our conscious part every waking out, you know, waking moment, every waking second. And that's not normal. But that is us. That's why I tell people it is what it is. I'm just kind of here for the ride. Path is set before me, and I see it before it happens. And then it helps me to approach it with confidence, yet very strong emotion. To feel my steps guided the way they are. Yeah, I got to look back at footage from what was probably December. When I said something about that police department. I have a video of being on psychedelics to help shut down or access subconscious bank of my brain. There were things there that hadn't happened yet, but in there like a memory of a dream. Hard to describe. And felt like I was actually in the different struggles and situations and living them out. Pacing in my living room back and forth, and a different dialogue. I know it's weird. And I know it's late. I am sorry that I get so deep, sleeping angel. My sleeping angel, it is time to talk about those things that are very nice to us. Now, my sleeping angel, can you hit the like button again? Because I see you, my sleeping angel. It is very late. Hit the like button so I can say goodnight to you. I know you're here. Oh, do you want me to check for a message? Aw, a cat necklace. I love it. It's so funny because there's a video. And I'm just like, I always get curious when our message pops up results. Occasionally, I take a watch, um, but I see that. Is there anything? Let me look at its history. Babe, make sure I know you're here. Hit the like button wherever, because I just want to make sure that you're there when I say goodnight. Good. There we go. There we go. Yeah. I hope the depth of it doesn't scare you and just fascinates you. But it is 100% real, and you've seen before your eyes too. It's so amazing. But the thing is, when you are like that, the two of us being like that, it reflects in us sexually too, and that's the thing. It is just so, that is not normal what we feel. Not at all. Trust me. That is evidence, and to experience that evidence as much as we can, every chance we can. Gosh, and I've been scouting out those rest stops and stuff, and I am doing really well on my. Remember, I told you I did just make a mental map so far, but I put it into my Google because it'll all be together anyway. In Google Maps as we travel, and I go rafting, and you come with me and be out there with me, or um, waiting for me on the difficult run, because I am pretty extreme, like that. Sometimes I want the extreme kind of experience. Yeah, a bit of a adrenaline junkie there, but the rest stops way and stuff. And the thing is, I don't. Everything is kind of better when you're out. Sometimes get out. I don't feel like getting out at all now. You know, but when you're here, I will start to live again. present you your dream come true in America. And you found exactly what you would draw up in every way, put together. Because that's why I see you. Man, I know you see me that way. Because everything in us is emulation. We mimic each other without attempt. Like one sneaks into the other's mind to give them their best fantasy that they couldn't even have beyond what you can put together. That's indescribable. My angel, may that guide you into a dream that basks in that radiance too, that let our hearts reflect that radiance perfectly, Lord, and bring these two hearts together, which need to be together for your great work to be done. Amen. The saving blood of Christ be with you. Amen. Good night, my sleeping